When we're thinking about transformation, we often talk a lot about the effort that it takes to move something and the consequential impact that motion has on space. This project, I think, really embodies a lot of the research that we've been doing over the years into transformation and motion in design. And it's kind of an amazing opportunity to work with an organization like Häfele to sort of take it to a new place. My name is Michael Chen. I'm an architect and the principal at MCKA Chen Architecture, based here in New York City. And this is our prototype micro apartment for Häfele. There's a 20th century designer and architect, Charlotte Perriand, whose work I really love. And she often talked about the kind of curvature of the space between your thumb and index finger as a hallmark of a detail that would feel really wonderful in your hand. And so, we're often kind of thinking a lot about the gentle curvature of an edge, the sort of roundness of a surface. That's something that took place a lot in this particular project. We're also thinking really frequently about the consequences of motion, where something moves from one end of a counter to another end of a counter. It reveals or conceals something else. And so like those kinds of exchanges or transactions in the space are something that we pay a lot of attention to, because they begin to speak to how life in a residential environment kind of migrates, and sort of transforms over the course of the days. It was a real treat when Häfele reached out to us to work on this project with them. We've always focused a lot on detail and tactility and the quality of motion, but often we've done those projects on a more bespoke or individual level. So this is really the first time that we've thought about taking that work and scaling it to the level of manufacturing.
MCKA Chen Architecture far surpassed the expectations in this unique collaboration. And it's because the sheer volume of Häfele products MKCA was able to incorporate in this display. It's all about transformation. There is a countertop that, when pulled out, reveals a cooking area, and then there is a versatile table that reveals a motorized TV lift and a hidden pop-up bar that appears with the push of a button, also a pull-out dining table, and a sofa that transforms into a queen-size bed. All the sliding elements in this display, as they help to create flexibility, optimize the use of space, and allow the freedom of movement.
I was really excited about how we approached the kitchen. A kitchen within a small space can often dominate the visual landscape of a room. And so we felt that it was really important to be able to conceal the kitchen away and kind of hide it from the space.
We're really concerned with the quality of the space and the way that people kind of interact with it. We're very, very focused on the choreography of the human body and its motion in space and its sort of interface with design elements.
I think Michael and his team bring such inventiveness to each project without losing tactility. It's not just a conceptual exercise. There's real thought given to how people experience a space and how they can configure it, whether it's just the click of a finger or absorbing visual change, such as in an unfolding apartment.
Häfele's Look Lighting offers ambient, task, and functional lighting. And depending on the time of the day, on the activity, one can control and orchestrate the colors and the light intensities via various devices, be it, a remote control or a tablet or phone.
In the same way that an architect considers myriad factors on the environment before sketching their first elevation, speculative design is a practice wherein the designer approaches the problem like a citizen of the world, is very attentive to its pressing issues and tries to think about design solutions, not just as a god in AutoCAD. Feedback, empathy, and ability to sense how society's values are evolving are a really important part of doing this work successfully.
We were really starting to think about this not only as a solution for micro housing or micro apartments for individuals, we're thinking also about student housing, senior housing, we're thinking about healthcare, and really just thinking about the different kinds of models that housing and living in cities is taking into the future. Innovation around the future of housing is something that we also really need. There are demographic changes and there are cultural changes that are kind of driving us to live in smaller spaces, and the dedication to design energy to making those spaces ones that are of quality, toward making sure that the lives that are lived in them are of quality. Like, I think that that's a really important realm for designers to tread into.